Okay. So what happens is you get told, as an account exec, you need to generate your own leads, you know how it goes. And yeah, so you get something like this, you go, okay, got an account list here of, 10 companies that you need to go after this quarter. You need to get meetings with all of these customers or all these companies, or at least some of them. And which is all great. And you've got Sales Navigator here, maybe, and you can put it into a spreadsheet and all that good stuff. But what I want to show you now is how you can use Sales Grid really to take it to a really good level for you as an account exec and actually make outbound a bit more fulfilling, rewarding, and we hope certainly more successful. So let's say, for example, Safety Culture. This is a company that I want to go after this quarter. I'm not just going to fire off a few notes. I really want to build a really personalized campaign for these people. I want to show you how you can do it in Savvy. So you go to deals and you'll see that I've actually created a deal for Safety Culture. So Safety Culture, there's the URL, and that automatically creates the deal. I'll get myself out of the way over here. And you'll see that I've created some content. So I've just basically what I've done is the first thing I did was create the deal and then load in content. I went to Built With, you might be familiar with builtwith.com, where it actually tells you a whole bunch of stuff around what technology they're using. So I just took a print of the page I've built with, and so there's all this information about the tech they're using. The most interesting thing for me was they use Zoom, so that's important. I then did an information scrape, just using AI. I just scraped everything on the internet. Just give me an overview of what Safety Culture is all about. I also added in some details here. So looking at Sales Nav. So if I go to Sales Navigator, you'll see that I've got some information here. They've got about 100 odd salespeople, 110. So I've got some info here. So I took a print of this page as well. You've got all the account IQ stuff in here. So that's all lovely. So I took a print of that as well, and I put that into Sales Grid. So that's in here as well. So you'll see, Navigator, took a dump of that. And then finally, I actually worked out there are a few key people that I thought would be interested in what we're doing here with Sales Grid. And so you can see I've loaded them up here. So again, I just went onto their LinkedIn profile and I just took a print of their profile. So now that I've done that, I've now got all the information here in the one spot. And so the game plan is that throughout the quarter, there's gonna be more stuff. I might be driving the car and I might hear something said about Safety Culture. I'll come in here and add it in, or I might see something on the internet about Safety Culture. I'm going to add that here into my deal. So the more information I add in, the more that Savvy knows about this deal, about Safety Culture. And the more we know, the more we can potentially personalize and craft, really interesting, differentiated messages to the people I want to meet with, rather than just doing, the same old email cadence. And as account execs, I think this is really not what I'm showing here. It wouldn't be necessarily feasible, say, for a BDR team, where, there's more of a volume play there, as well as quality. This is all about a quality play around, just a few accounts, really going hard in to get as much info as you can on the key people. So I've done that. So now that I've got that, I can actually do some stuff. So I've created here, I've got a company dossier prompt. This is going to generate for me. So the nice thing here is it goes and scrapes all that info and pulls me shut up, Savvy, pulls me an overview. So this gives me a quick overview of what Safety Culture is about, their revenue model, some stuff about the sales team, numbers, key people, their operations, a couple of products that they sell. So just stuff that I'm looking at here, this is kind of interesting. Savvy is a bit about micro learning, and maybe this is that could be interesting. So it's just helping me really get my head around, okay, what's this company about? You can see the technology they're using, key talking points. They have 75,000 organizations. For me, that's really interesting. There's a thing about there's no one on planet Earth who could actually know, 1% of those customers, and what safety culture does. And there's an interesting thing with Savvy about potentially helping them with customer success. And anyway, so what you'll find is, I hope that you'll find the same thing, that by using Savvy, it'll actually just call out, it'll sort of bring out these little golden nuggets that you might think, okay, I could use that in an outreach email. Anyway, so there's my dossier. That's the first thing. The second thing is I've got some interesting prompts I've set up here. So I've written a prompt here, and just by doing this exercise actually made me think, gee, maybe I should try and engage recipients, people that I want to target in regards to our mission. So I've got a little document here that I've loaded from my library about our mission at Sales Grid. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm actually going to reach out to these people and say, hey, look, this is our mission here. Does this connect with what you're thinking about in terms of AI for salespeople? So you can see here, this is my first crack at an email that's generating off this deal. Yeah, hi, name. You might be curious, skeptical even about the ability of generative AI to improve sales productivity and effectiveness. Well, we've been working for 2 years. I'm not looking to sell you software. I'm offering the opportunity to recruit a virtual sales support guru. So this is not a bad start at all. And again, what I want to highlight here is not so much, the benefit I'm getting at this point. It's more about the fact that what we're doing here is, again, we'll say, for this one target account, building up more and more information as I go through the quarter to get more and more personalized of how I'm going to target people. So it's not a one-hit wonder. I'm not just going to go and fire off a bunch of stuff this week to safety culture and then hope that some of it sticks. I'm actually going to build this up over time. And lo and behold, we actually then get an appointment and it actually converts into a qualified lead. This deal then is going to be, we'll just continue to use Savvy on this deal as it progresses through the sales process. So that's a bit of an overview of what it is about. I hope that kind of makes sense. I even did this thing here, some novel ideas. I actually said, Savvy, scan all the content and just try and come up with some novel approaches. Now, some of this stuff's frankly not amazing, right? But occasionally, this one here was kind of interesting. Some of this other stuff, not so much. But again, I'm going to be exploring this over the next quarter. And I'm going to share with you guys any successes I have and maybe some additional prompts that you might want to use for your outreach. So I hope you found that interesting. That's just basically an 8-minute download of what I've been working on here this afternoon. And got any questions about this? I'd love to sit down with you and actually go through what you're trying to do and see if I can help at all to get Savvy working for you on your outreach program.